You were preparing to propose to your girlfriend of 7 years when you stumbled upon something concerning in her search history. Until recently, your relationship felt strong and fulfilling. You both shared a deep connection, enjoyed the same interests, and maintained a loving dynamic, frequently traveling together and resolving conflicts easily. Everything seemed perfect, and you felt genuinely happy in love. However, you noticed a shift in her behavior over the past month. Although Valentine's Day had been joyful, her mood seemed to change afterward. She became less enthusiastic about expressing her love, appeared more easily upset over minor issues, and seemed distant. When you asked her about it, she reassured you that everything was fine, although she seemed reluctant to share what was bothering her. While tidying up, you found an old, unused phone of hers in your drawer and decided to charge it. Curious about her recent activities, you discovered a disturbing pattern in her Google search history. It included phrases like, "I cheated on him," "Should we break up?" and similar queries, all dated from mid-February. This revelation left you feeling devastated and unable to think straight. You were confused about whether to confront her about this troubling discovery, especially since you were currently apart due to work commitments. A few days later, after she texted you late at night, you attempted to FaceTime her to say goodnight, but received no answer. Your curiosity led you back to the spare phone, where you found an audio recording of her voice laughing and playing with another man through the Google Assistant. This evidence compelled you to confront her, and after some back and forth, she initially denied any wrongdoing. However, when you presented the evidence, she eventually admitted to cheating. Feeling heartbroken, you decided to end the relationship and move on, recognizing that trust had been shattered. In a separate matter, you also faced a different issue with your girlfriend, who criticized you for walking to work. After dating exclusively for 3 months, she expressed embarrassment about your choice of transportation and seemed concerned about how her friends might perceive it. This left you questioning whether she was being superficial or if there was something deeper at play in your relationship. You found yourself feeling confused about the dynamics between you two and wondered if you had misjudged her feelings or intentions. You graduated from university and moved back to your rural hometown after spending some time in London. In London, you found that a car wasn't necessary, but now that you're back home, you're working in an office that has a slightly inconvenient location. Your commute can take quite a while, as it involves 2 different bus routes, totaling about 55 minutes. Alternatively, you can walk to work, which takes around 1 hour and 10 minutes. You enjoy walking a lot, especially on pleasant days. You take a scenic route, listening to Spotify, which allows you to clear your head and start your day on a positive note. You find this routine more enjoyable and relaxing than being crammed into a bus. Recently, you mentioned your walking habit to your girlfriend, but she has expressed her disapproval. She keeps bringing it up, insisting that if you're not going to drive, you should take public transport like everyone else. To her, walking such a distance each day seems excessive, and she finds the idea of walking to work a bit odd. She even mentioned feeling embarrassed about telling her friends that you walk instead of taking a taxi or public transport. A few nights ago, while hanging out at her house, you decided to go for dinner at a nearby pub, just a 5-minute walk away. When you suggested walking, she responded by asking if you had called a taxi. You pointed out that it was quicker to walk than to wait for a taxi, especially since it was a lovely evening. Her response shocked you. She deemed walking to places as undignified and insisted she wouldn't embarrass herself by doing that. This attitude left you taken aback. What you initially saw as a simple preference for walking revealed a deeper issue, her lack of appreciation for something you find enjoyable and beneficial. It seemed more than just a quirky difference. It pointed to a fundamental immaturity and a superficial concern for appearances over practicality and personal enjoyment. After spending a couple of days reflecting on her comments, you realized how much they bothered you. It wasn't just about her preference for transportation. It was about a lack of respect for your choices and interests. You decided to address the situation. When you were sitting together in her living room, you told her you needed to talk. You explained that her constant criticism of your walking habit was more than just a simple disagreement. It indicated a lack of respect for something that was important to you. You shared how walking provided not just exercise, but also mental clarity and relaxation. Unfortunately, she didn't respond well. She accused you of being overly sensitive and overreacting, which was the final straw for you. It became clear that if she couldn't understand or respect something as simple as your walking, then the relationship had deeper problems. You expressed your belief that you weren't compatible and pointed out that she had some growing up to do. You emphasized the importance of mutual respect for each other's choices, no matter how different they might be. After that conversation, you walked the 5 kilometers home, reflecting on your choice. You found comfort in the walk, realizing once again that there's value in enjoying simple pleasures.